What's up, guys? It's SRC bringing you episode 3 of the Crafted SMP Let's Play series. And as you can see, there's been quite a bit of change. We actually have gotten a lot done since the last episode, and kind of unintentional. It was just kind of a bad time to record, but I had some extra spare time and decided to actually just continue working on this place. So you can see here we've got some of the walls up going around the outside, and I'm a little bit undecided as far as a pattern would go. I'm thinking that I'm going to put either the stone walls in between here, which are new, or I guess I'm not exactly sure what they're called, but it's where you use just the regular cobblestone and insert that in there so it'll have a little bit of a recessed look to it. Either that or maybe iron fences. I'm not sure yet. And I kind of wanted this to be round, but unfortunately it's just not something that's really possible to do and have it look well because the wall is so thick here. You can see I've got the walls actually a gap in between here so that you can actually walk around the inside of this double walled. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. I think I'm going to put a walkway in between here and probably have some kind of either half wall or something along the lines of that going around the top here, just to give it a little bit more design. Maybe like either iron bars or some kind of half slab or something else that's just a little bit different color. You can see here I've got a lot of terraforming to do also to get this sand hill to not be intruding on this castle, or I guess the city, so much. So I'm going to have to take a lot of this out, and so I've just started to do the work on that here. And this goes all the way around. It's too thick, two open spaces in between, and it goes all the way around the entire city. And then I've mapped out the dead center point here of the town, which is right here. The dimensions of this, the inner walls, it's 81 blocks this way by 53 blocks this way. And I didn't pre-measure that at all. It's just kind of worked out that way. I basically just kind of terraformed the land to where it made sense to not have to do too much work by expanding it in either direction. And that's just kind of the natural terrain had allowed me to build the town this size. And so that's what we've got going on here. And I moved my bed and our water supply over here because I need to take down this house so that when I build the main home, it's going to be right dead center here on the town, and then go up several stories tall so that you can see a lot of this kind of cool landscape and the jungle and those different things. And it'll just give the town a little bit more feel to it. So that's something that I'm going to work on here in a minute, is to tear down this house, which has done a good job for me so far, just a little temporary home. And that's pretty cool. So, but now it is time for it to go because it is in the way. And so I just moved the bed over there. I'm not sure if I'm going to build another temporary house or not. Probably not, just because I think I'll get at least the first story of this house up pretty quickly. And I think I'm going to use sandstone, probably have some kind of stone base on it, and then have it slightly elevated, and then have like a sandstone big kind of castle or house. I haven't exactly decided on the design, and usually when I build in Minecraft, I don't have specific building plans in mind. I just kind of go with it, and whatever comes out at the end is kind of what comes out at the end. And so that's how I've always built, and I've built some pretty cool stuff on different servers and in different single player worlds. So I guess I'm just going to kind of roll with it, and I've got a rough idea in my head of what I want that to look like. And so you can see here, there's a lot of work to be done on this wall still. I feel like I've got a lot of really huge projects. Like, to do this wall the correct way would take quite a bit of resources and a lot of time. And I don't know that I want to spend a ton of time on that, just because then nothing else will get done. And it's going to make for some slow episodes if there's nothing else to look at. So if I spend too much time on that, I think it's going to suffer. But at the same time, having nothing done is a little frustrating as well. And then let's go check out the Nether. I'm not sure what this looked like the last time. I think it probably hasn't changed since the last episode, really. I have a ton of work to do on this. You can see I've just got the end stone. This will probably change too. I don't know that I'll use cobble in the middle. It was just what I had when I built the single path going forward. But that kind of extends just like this all the way down there. I think since the last episode, I had done some more work extending it farther with end stone and kind of leveling it off to a little bit more even stepping as it goes up, because the Nether hub I think is like, I think the Y on it is like 107 or something really pretty high up in the air. And so this track has to go up quite a ways. I think we're at 60 right now. So it has to go about 40 or 50 blocks up. And so I just kind of wanted to tier that a little bit. But as far as getting track goes, I haven't really found any more track recently. I think when I actually get the area for the track completed, it's going to then take a ton of resources to finish that up and get everything done. So I guess for right now, I'm just going to tear down this house real quick and then kind of decide what to do from there. If you guys have any suggestions on what I should do for the main house here, let me know. And then if you have any ideas or suggestions on kind of what my priority should be, whether I should finish the Nether hub first, or if I should finish the walls to the town here and get that all completed, or if I should just focus on the main home that's going to be in the center of this town first. I'm kind of leaning towards working on the home, but I really don't want to leave these walls unfinished like this either. So I don't know, I'm having a tough time trying to decide. The other thing too is that I really don't have any resources. Literally the only wood that I have to my name is the stuff that I'm breaking off of this house right now. And so I don't have any wood. I don't have any cobble anymore. I used literally every piece of cobble I had, I think, on these walls, getting it as far as I have it right now. Now I do have some stone bricks still, because those are just kind of extra from what I had smelted. But beyond that, I don't have any stone or anything like that. I have some sandstone and some sand, which I think will help for the main home, which is another reason I kind of want to work on that first or next, I guess, because I think that, that's where I've got my resources. I could probably get more done in a shorter period of time that way. But I've been doing some mining, kind of really was just strip mining down below just to get enough stone to be able to make these cobble walls, because as you can tell, it's like you saw before, there's 2 layers of the walls. It's kind of 2 deep and then several high, so that was a lot of stone and a lot of coal to smelt it all. And so you can see that's took quite a bit of my time, and so that's really all I've accomplished since the last episode, which I recorded just a couple of days ago. And that's really about it, I think, as far as my progress here. I did find some potatoes. I think it might have dropped from a zombie. I believe that's where I got it. But I did get some potatoes, and so I started to plant potatoes in this farm, kind of changed out some of the carrots over to potatoes. Because I think from what I was reading and what I could tell, that's a pretty good choice for food. And so I've started doing that, and then I guess you can cook them and make baked potatoes, which refills 3 hunger bars, which is pretty good. It's actually better than bread, which is kind of my go-to food usually, is bread. I don't really like to breed animals. It's just kind of a hassle, and I think they cause lag if you get too many of them, and it's just kind of a pain. It's not really worth doing. And then, of course, you always have to cook all that food too, so bread was always kind of seemed to be the best way to go, because I could get kind of automatic bread cookers and things, or automatic wheat farms, I guess. And so you can see I've got quite a bit of coal even after smelting all that. I used a fortune pick down there and started using that earlier, and it worked out really well. It was just ridiculous how much coal you can get using a fortune pick, and it goes pretty quickly also, so that's pretty cool. And then right now, I've got, I think, a little over a stack of diamonds. I think I've got 64, and then maybe another stack of 10 or 14 or something like that. So we're doing good on diamonds. I don't really feel the need to make diamond armor or diamond weapons, because there's really no PvP on this server, and mobs are generally pretty easy. So I pretty much am just going to roll with iron armor, because I've got 4 or 5 stacks of iron at the moment, so that's no big deal. And usually I just destroy armor doing careless stuff. Like, I just made this so it's not too damaged, but the original set of iron armor was completely broken, and really that's just from fighting mobs and taking fall damage and stupid stuff like that. So, it just seems like if I get anything good, I don't ever want to use it because I just waste it, basically. It's kind of like having feather falling boots. Like, if I just wore feather falling boots all the time, I'm probably only going to fall far enough to use them only a couple of times. And so it just feels like it's really not worth doing because, they just kind of wear out pretty quickly. And so I don't really see the need for that. And so diamonds, I pretty much am just going to use for tools. I've enchanted a few different things. I want to say 4 or 5 items already at full max level 30 enchants, mainly picks. And really all I've been getting is fortune picks, which is really nice. I mean, you can never really have too many fortune picks, but I was really just hoping for a kind of a garbage infinity or efficiency pick so I could just blow through cobblestone for resources. And unfortunately, all I got was Unbreaking 3, which is kind of garbage, but certainly don't mind that either just because it saves me some diamonds. But it doesn't really save me any time at all. And so I guess the next thing we've got to do here is move these chests, which I don't really know why I put those here. And I'm sure people are looking at this like, why don't you build a storage room when that makes some sense? And it would, but I still don't know exactly where I want things and where they're going to eventually be. I don't know how big this home is going to be in the middle, and I haven't decided if I'm going to have the house actually be in the storage or have the storage in the actual house itself, or if I'm going to have a separate building, like an outbuilding, that I use that for my storage. I just kind of have a lot I haven't decided yet, and so I've just kind of throwing down chests wherever it makes sense at the time and things, and so that's kind of where we're at with that. That's weird that didn't stack. It's a chest. You'd think it would have stacked, and I don't know what's going on here exactly, but I guess we got to move this stuff over. And then one other question for you that you can throw in the comments for me if you know the answer to this is, are the Christmas chests, is that some sort of special plugin that the server has to have for those to look like that? Or is it something that is just Minecraft, like every single Minecraft console or client, I guess is the right word that I'm looking for there. Does every client have that as part of it? I guess I've never seen that before in previous years, although I don't know that I've really played Minecraft for too many years. But it's just, I don't know, it's really unique. And I saw it, I thought it was just a plugin that we had on this server, just kind of an add-on or a mod that we had on the server, which I thought was kind of weird because we are playing pretty much vanilla. I don't think that there's any real add-ons or mods on this server, so I thought that was a little strange. But the funny thing about it is that I was watching a Minecraft video, I want to say it was Etho's video, and they had the chests that were exactly identical, and I don't think that those guys really use much for mods either, which kind of leads me to think that maybe it is just all specifically just Minecraft, like every Minecraft console has this. That's, I don't know, interesting to me. It just seems a little weird, for something that's supposed to be vanilla to have all of a sudden these Christmas chests. It just seems a little strange to me, like a little out of character, I guess. I don't know. But let me know in the comments if you know if that's something that everybody has or if it's something that just you had to manually download or install. I have no idea. So that's it here for this. So we've got this completely open now, and so we can start to build the house. I'm thinking that I'm going to lay down some stone as a base that goes around in the size of it, and then probably half slabs, and so it'll be just one half slab for maybe two deep, and then it'll go up to a full block for a couple, and then the house will start. So it'll be kind of tiered up, almost like stairs, but it'll go all the way around the square, and so you'll have to kind of go up this little bit of a ramp and then build the house on top of that. So I think that I can leave this sand base here and just start building the half slabs right on top of it. And I have no idea what I'm going to use for materials on that yet. I'd ask for suggestions there, but I'm sure by the time the next episode comes out, I'll probably have already started on that, I would imagine. So I'm thinking I'm probably just going to use like stone, um, smooth stone, and then turn that into half slabs, and then use double smooth stone half slabs. I don't know, is that what they're called? It's been such a long time since I've played with some of this stuff that I really don't even know anymore, but let's see what I do with it here. So it's kind of funny because I don't even remember how to make the stone. I don't even know. I'll have to look it up, I guess, later. But if you have any suggestions on how I should build this house and how big I should build it, and I guess also if I should have the storage building in the actual main house, which I'm kind of thinking makes sense just because that's something that you're always going to want to access on a pretty regular basis. It's probably a little bit more secure. And I'll have different buildings for farms. I'll put some trees in here. And one other question I had for you guys is I know that I'd intended this to be kind of a sand town, but after switching to the stone walls, I'm almost wondering if the stone or if the sand floor doesn't really make sense anymore. If I should maybe turn that to grass. I mean, that'd be a whole lot of grass to have to switch sand to grass. I mean, that's whatever 83 times 52 is, or 81 by 53. I don't know. That's a huge number, and so that would take quite a bit of time to dig up the whole floor of this and replace it with grass. But at the end of the day, it might look better, and I think it would kind of give some contrast to the rest of the desert and make this town feel more like a town. I don't know if that makes any sense, but let me know in the comments if you think the town of the floor, town floor should be grass or if I should leave it sand. And so if you were to come out here, this will be terraformed a little bit more so it doesn't go right up to the walls, but you're really not going to see in too much unless you're way up high. And I don't know how many people are really going to visit anyway, so it probably doesn't matter. It's probably more of what's it going to look like when you're actually in it. And I think the grass seems a little bit better, especially if we want to have sheep and different things. That might be best. But then I did get a suggestion on one of the first episodes to make a village inside here with actual villagers, and they pointed out something really awesome, which is very true and certainly something I intend to do, is that with the zombie spawner that we have down here, they said that you can basically just wait for the poisoned or the zombie villagers to spawn. I think it's a 5% chance that these guys will generate the infected villagers, and then you can just cure them with a couple of different potions. I think it's like a weakness potion and then something else. I'll have to look that up too. But that will allow me to actually get villagers in here pretty easily because I'll just cure a couple of those guys. And then if we build enough small buildings with doors, then obviously they'll breed and we'll have a little village going on in here too. So that I think is going to be a good part of the town. I'm definitely going to have, a layout in mind on how this is going to go. Probably have different walkways going around here. We'll have some farm areas to get our potatoes and carrots and all that stuff. Probably some wheat. I might have animals in here. Like I said, I don't really like breeding animals too much, but it might make sense for certain things. We're going to need to have those villages set up. But I'm thinking that if we build the houses, that we could almost do them like shops and keep most of the stuff in those shops. So we could have like one shop is the produce market, and in the back, outside of the back of the shop, is where all the farms are, and they could be connected to the building, and then we can have all that stuff that's stored in there basically in the chests, and then have like a tree farm outside of one of them, and then have that be kind of the lumber area, and have them sell, like, not really sell, but just store like the sticks and all the stuff that's made out of wood in chests there. So maybe I won't have like a big storage room that has every Minecraft item in it. Maybe I'll have certain shops that the villagers can breed in and have them all kind of have a purpose. Maybe have like a blacksmith and keep a lot of my tools and stuff in there, different iron and things like that in there. So that's kind of my idea for this place at the moment. But any suggestions you have, definitely let me know in the comments, and I'll be happy to take them under advisement. I do read every comment, even if I don't reply to you, I do read them all. And for those of you that are here from my other channel, the SRC Let's Play channel, thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys coming over to the new channel. This is actually my main channel where I'm going to be posting all my videos going forward. It's just a lot easier for me to actually keep track of comments, reply to comments, instead of having to always log out of YouTube, log into a new account on YouTube, and then read those comments and post and things. If I can have it all come into one place, one email address, one Twitter account, it just makes it a lot easier for me, and then I don't have to worry about it. And so anybody who came here from my other channel, I appreciate it. Definitely continue on with this series here. This is the channel it's going to be posted on from now on. And I, as always, appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you in the next episode.